about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
He's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he's got room. Touchdown, Vikings. Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook is explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was pop free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. A first down carry by Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10. From the gun, it's Lance. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted. They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Working from the gun, Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 20. 6.
Vikings over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Mon. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. This defense for the Niners, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action here. Mon. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
7-7, our score after 1.
That's the end of the 1st quarter, with the score tied 7-7.
From the 36, Mon. The open man is Westbrook. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
'49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Mon now off of play action. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's second down. A give. This is Cook. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 95 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Here's Richie James on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 25 on second down, Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. To throw, it's Lance. Over the middle, he completes it to Hurd. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
Second and 7. Lance looks to throw again. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a second and long after the holding call. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
On the option, here's Elliott.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on third down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Hurd. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the Niners are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Elliott. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Dancing to his left. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Trey Lance.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Gold to add the extra point. And this puts them on top by a penny. It's 14-13. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw again on second down.
Mon. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback, because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Gets this one to Juszczyk. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
The give is to Elliott. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 8-yard line.
Second and 5 from the 8.
From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Ezekiel Elliott hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by the safety, Jaquiski-Tartt. And into the end zone. A pick six from a 49er D as they score the touchdown.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle.
Now Cook hit and he lost the football.
And this is going to be 49er football.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. A good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw on target to Godwin here.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And Gold is able to put it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Here's James. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They go to Elliott again. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now Lance. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Now Mond on the bootleg.
And he completes it to Westbrook. Unable to corral him. He fights through. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Mon looks to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll be out right at the 35. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. He was able to escape the pocket and get out of bounds. You like the decision-making?
I love the decision-making, and I love the execution because you just know that his eyes were darting all over the place. You know, they talk about keeping your head on a swivel, looking for the danger spots, where the hits are going to come from. How about him getting all he could out of that run and then getting out of bounds?
And he told us, look, I'm a rookie. I'm waiting for the game to slow down, but it seems like he's processing things pretty well.
He certainly is. He's slowing the game down himself with his actions.
And pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, and this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And that's knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Mon's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the final tally, as told by Next Gen Stats, he hit 21.5 miles per hour. Whoa.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10.
Handoff comes to Cook. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Mond out of the shotgun. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. They'll run for it. Cook. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Eric Armstead. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Mond. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now Mond. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to fashion together a good drive right here and now.
Because defensively, got to be feeling confident. They haven't allowed a point this half. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Partner, I like like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down. Throwing now is Lance. Open man is Samuel, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You taking charge.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Lance. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Well, he was looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
The kick by Gold is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd and 10, Mond. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. Had a first down on that last catch as well. Mon going to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Mond. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 139 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Well, they go play action here. Mond. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mond. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. From the gun, here's Mond. It's complete to Cook. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That's good for 28 yards.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something.
And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A 20th carry here for Elliott. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. They'll run with Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. One final shot. They'll look to throw. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final